Hi, my name is Jennifer Bartlett, and I appreciate you joining me today for an overview of the data collected at Davis Elementary over the last 4 years. For those teachers and staff that are unable to join us at this meeting today, we are recording it. You're probably asking yourself what the purpose of today's meeting is. We're going to look at the school's trends, review the milestones and CRCT data, identify strengths and weaknesses, and start making an action plan. Hopefully, this action plan will influence the data teams, the data-driven decision-making that we do, and help us update the school improvement plan. Let's begin by looking at the student demographics. These demographics are from 2016 and 2017. As you can see, more than 78% of the students at Davis Elementary are white or Caucasian. That's followed by 7% that are Asian, a little more than 5% that are Black, 6% that are Hispanic, and 2% that are multiracial. When looking at the educational programs at Davis Elementary, it is important to note that 12% of students have been diagnosed with a disability, meaning that 88% have not, and that only a small percentage of students are English language learners. 6% are English language learners and 94% are not. This screen shows the services provided to students in the 2016-2017 school year. It's important to note that the information was obtained from Cobb County School District's dashboard on the Cobb County School District's portal. So a little over 10% of the students are economically disadvantaged and receiving free and reduced lunches. 0% qualified for EIP, but I believe that is because our school uses the reduced class size model to meet the needs of these students. 3% of students are English language learners. A little more than 18% are gifted. 0% are recorded as being remedial. I feel that needs some more clarification, because of course their students were receiving additional services. I think it would be important to find out what their deficiencies or student learning problems are. And the final category is students with disabilities, and that is 12% of the students. So overall, this shows that 45% of our students were receiving services as of last school year. This shows the CRCT data compiled from 2013. Hopefully, you're aware that the CRCT is the state assessment done for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students. It is summative. So, in each area, you can see the orange lines that denote the Davis scores, the green lines that show the Cobb County scores, and the blue lines which are Georgia scores. So, out of the 523 students that took this test, you can see that the Davis scores are longer in each area. In each section, the data is reported first by reading, then English language arts, then a math score, a science score, and a social studies score. Take a moment to look at this and see if you notice any trends. Did you notice which academic area tends to score the highest for Davis students? Yes, it is reading. Here is the CRCT data for 2014. It is set up the same way as the last screen, with reading, then English language arts, math, science, and social studies. Once again, it has 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade scores noted for both Davis, Cobb County, as well as Georgia. The CRCT ended in 2014 with summer test scores and was replaced by the milestone. The milestones data for 2015 is shown now. Here you have 580 students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade taking the test. Please note that this goes from English language arts to math to science to social studies. The reading as a specific test was taken out and incorporated as part of the English language arts. Once again, the orange lines, or the Davis scores, are higher, and the children are more proficient at Davis, and their overall performance is better than that of schools in the state or the district. So that's definitely a positive. Here's the most recent data we have from the milestones taken in 2016. These are the reading results that I pulled from that data that I showed you. It denotes in pink the Davis Elementary School scores versus the blue or Cobb County scores, and the yellow are Georgia scores. The good news for both 3rd and 5th grade students is that at least 80% of 3rd and 5th graders were scoring at a level of proficiency at or greater to their grade level. Here are the science and social studies results. On the left-hand side is the level of proficiency, and each area is marked as either beginning, those are the lower quartile, developing is the 2nd quartile, proficient is the 3rd, and distinguished is the 4th. So a school like Davis should be meeting proficient and hopefully even distinguished in a large percentage of areas. The good news is that that is true for both science and social studies, and these scores at our school are higher than those at the county level or the state level. Here are the English and math results. They're somewhat similar to the previous page in that the majority of our students are proficient and some are even distinguished. So, let's talk about some of the trends. As mentioned before, Davis's scores are higher than county or state scores in all the areas, all the years, whether it was the CRCT or the milestones testing. 82% or more of Davis's 3rd and 5th graders are reading at or above grade level. So it doesn't sound like we need to make a reading goal over this next year. So I went ahead and pulled out the information from the science and social studies, English and math areas again. The science area had the greatest percentage of students scoring in the proficient range. The social studies section of the Georgia milestones had the greatest percentage of students scoring in the developing range. Both English and math showed that students were scoring predominantly in the proficient range. So what does that tell us? Hopefully you agree that we need to get more of those proficient students into the highest category of distinguished. So how can we move more of those students into the top category? In just a minute, I'm going to put you in grade level groups, and your ticket out the door today is to agree on one grade level strategy that can help us do that. Are you going to emphasize more social studies? Are you going to teach in a different way? Are you going to be more in depth and use more rigor? Do you need different materials? Do you need to focus more on STEM lessons or utilizing the Learning Commons? Could you use the technology coach that's at our school 2 days a week? So please take the next couple of minutes, come up with your idea. We'll come back together for a closing. Okay. I want to emphasize that the purpose of today's meeting was not to have you do more work. I want us to work smarter using the data that we have, using that data to drive our decision-making abilities. Work smarter, not harder. If you dream big, set goals, and take action, we can make differences. So I will be coming to join each of you at a grade level team meeting as you begin your data teams this year. And I can't wait to hear how you're going to make a difference with your students. Thank you for your time.